recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
You're listening to Zed Games. My name is Hazel, and I'm here in the studio with two of my favourite guys in the world.
Yeah.
Cam.
And
Peter.
how do you like the new intro?
I like it. Yeah.
It's funky.
Apparently I'm really deep in the voice in that one.
It's a nice refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About time we spruced ourselves up. We scrub up okay, people.
I know. 7:01.
How have you two been?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Toiling away in the video game industry mines.
Yeah, very much so.
It's great fun.
Sounds great.
Great day. How about you?
I don't work in the game industry, so I'm
you
fine.
you lucky devil.
You guys been playing any games lately?
I've been playing Tetris.
Tetris?
Tetris.
I have played and finished Lords of the Fallen, the new one. It was good. There was a lot of bugs, a lot of issues, but managed to finish it. Kind of ended on a whimper, which I was surprised at.
Did you fall on the side of the Fallen or the Lords?
Neither.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's actually 3 different main endings to the game, whether you're doing an Infernal, Radiant, or Umbral ending. We went down the Umbral route. Turns out it just eats everything.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about Lords of the Fallen.
Oh, the Umbral ending is when it's raining.
Yeah.
You pull out your Umbral. And
very tentacly.
Under my umbrella.
Yeah, but I went with my usual 2 just giant hammers, 2-handed hammers, one in each hand, just smacking stuff.
Nice. Great. I've actually been playing Spyro Reignited. Zara got me into it.
Really?
Yeah.
That one is a good one. I've finished a couple of times.
It's a really good remake.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I do have it. I'm just a little bit Spyro wary.
They're supposed to be bringing out another one.
You know what?
I keep hearing about it.
The abandonment they have with that franchise just kills me.
It's all right. Microsoft
I love
owns
Spyro.
it
It's just the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And
the good ones.
It's remastered beautifully. It looks amazing.
Yep.
Controls great. It's got some nice quality of life features that weren't in the originals.
Camera controls.
Yeah.
Like actually just camera controls.
I can't believe it's like that. The cameras were originally on the shoulder buttons.
Yep.
It's like, oh.
It was, it was around the same sort of time as, what was it, Ape Escape and stuff, where it was just experimenting with control schemes and whatnot. Analog sticks were a brand new thing.
Tank controls.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a time.
Yeah.
Well, enough talking about old games. Let's hear some news.
Some new
Coming
news
to us from Zara.
Yay!
This week in gaming news, sued over video game addiction. A lawsuit in Arkansas, United States has been filed against Microsoft, Epic Games, Activision Blizzard, and other companies claiming that they use patented designs, algorithms, and marketing containing addictive features and technology, subsequently leading to addiction. The concern over gaming addiction isn't new, with a clinic in the UK being established to help those with gaming disorders experiencing a massive influx of new patients in recent months. Tina Bullock, the attorney representing the family who filed the lawsuit, states that she believes video game addiction is serious and should be treated as such. The firm she represents claims that this is only the first of many lawsuits that will be filed in the foreseeable future. Revenant Hill ain't coming. We got to see Revenant Hill unveiled earlier this year during the PlayStation Showcase, in development by the same team behind Night in the Woods, in a similar style, and unfortunately development won't be continuing. The reason? Key developers impacted by severe health issues. We are a cooperative and we make decisions as a group. For us, this was a clear path to take for the well-being of the team, which is frankly more important than games, says the Glory Society in a statement on their website. Live action Zelda, it's happening. Wes Ball, the director for the movie Maze Runner, will be directing the live-action movie based on the Legend of Zelda franchise. Shigeru Miyamoto, Legend of Zelda creator, and Avi Arad, who produced Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, will also be involved as producers, with the movie being co-funded between Nintendo and Sony Pictures Entertainment. I have been working on the live-action film for many years now. It will take time until its completion, but I hope you look forward to seeing it, said Miyamoto on socials. So, it'll still be a bit of a wait. Video games in school. No, I'm not talking about cool math games. And I'm not talking about the games that Counter-Strike are definitely not supposed to be playing. Thanks to the increasing popularity of esports, there's some renewed conversation among parents and teachers about the future of welcoming online video games into school. With 50,000 students from over 300 schools taking part in the Fuse Cup, an international esports competition for children, it's no longer just a fun oddity, it is becoming as embedded as traditional sports. Recently, 60 players from 25 schools across Australia competed in the National Esports Finals on the Gold Coast. Although the esports scene isn't quite as lucrative in Australia as it is in Europe or Asia, it was an Australian team, Lucas Melissa, who was crowned champion in the Olympic esports series held in Singapore earlier this year. Of course, this acceptance also means that schools can delve into topics with their students about healthy gaming habits, keeping themselves safe online, and other fun stuff like that. And now for some upcoming games. November 10th brings Air Twister for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch. November 13th brings Spirit T for the PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox One and Switch. November 14th brings Gods of the Twilight for the PC. November 15th brings Checkmate Showdown for the PC, Lake Season's Greeting DLC for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4 and Xbox One, The Last Fate for the PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Teardown for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. November 16th brings Flashback 2 for the PC, PS5, Xbox X, PS4, Xbox One and Switch, Jagged Alliance 3 for the PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, and Lottlnaut for the PC. That's it this week in gaming news.
Thank you for that, Zara.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, congrats to all those kids competing in esports. That is something that was like unthinkable when I was a kid.
Yeah. Take that, Heidelberg guidance counselor.
Yeah.
I can play video games as a career.
You'll never do anything with your life, Cameron.
It is fantastic that gaming is becoming much more recognized as a possible career choice, both gaming itself as well as developing games like us.
Yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
You don't have to make game. You don't have to be a developer to be.
Yeah. No, there's
Yeah.
many different aspects of it.
It's a big industry.
Yeah.
It's, project managers, marketers,
Yeah.
QA people.
QA people is so...
QA people are the
Good
most
QA
important.
people. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
And so rare.
I know.
Because everyone wants to leave QA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's a springboard. I did QA. We all did.
Yeah.
Great. But getting a QA person that wants to actually be QA, gold.
Yeah.
And can write proper reports and provide enough information and make it look
stop.
legitimate. And I should show you some of my spreadsheets at some point. But no, it's fantastic to see it being more recognized in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the topic of games being a real job, as a supporter of the physical and mental health of people in the games industry,
Yep.
I'm very glad that Revenant Hill has been delayed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's seriously cool.
Every time I hear about a game getting delayed, I'm like, "Oh, that must feel so good for the devs."
Oh yeah, that
Just push
pressure
all the
and
deadlines
stress,
back 6 months.
and it's just like we have time to actually make this our proper vision.
Yeah.
We don't have to rush it out the door and fix it later. It'll be the game we intention when we release it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only
Yeah.
working 12-hour days instead of 18. Ugh.
I got some deadlines pushed back.
I got food
recently
today.
for an online course I'm doing, and I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't have to think about that for like a week.
so
Yeah.
good.
And then you
The
procrastinate for a
best.
week and still
Yeah,
do it.
okay. You got me there.
Different sort of scenario, I imagine, for these guys, though. I'm sure they are very relieved and very appreciative.
Yeah, something that didn't make it into the news was local indie developers, Zed Games, who made a bit of a sleeper hit called Webbed.
Yeah.
They have just announced their new game. It's kind of been announced to a certain degree for a while, but it's got a Steam page now. It's called Isopod, and it is about being a little isopod, like little pillbug type thing, rolling around, doing cool
It's very adorable.
Yeah.
combat stuff. And it looks like it's going to control amazing. So I'm
Yep.
very excited for that
No,
personally.
those guys did some fantastic jobs with Webbed and the control system and just
Yeah.
making spiders actually adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's
If you haven't looked at
story-wise,
it yet,
it's going
check
to
it
be
out
like
on
a
Steam.
spin-off of
Yep.
Webbed.
Spin-off? Good one.
Oh,
So funny, Hazel.
he got me.
That's right.
got
Next
me.
one will be about a cocooned butterfly actually spinning a web. Yeah.
Well, you're listening to Zed Games. My name's Hazel. I'm here in the studio with Cameron and Peter.
Hello.
My dear
Hello.
friends. And We have got a little review recorded for us by our other friend, Caroline, of a game called Hidden Through Time 2, and I'm excited to hear it. Are you guys excited to hear it?
I am. I like to find things hidden through time.
And Caroline has good opinions.
She does.
All right, let's hear it.
Hidden Through Time 2, Myths and Magic. It's a hidden object game. You find all the objects that are hiding. You have a set amount of objects, you gotta find them. Pretty self-explanatory. Awesome. You click around the world and interact with some objects, like opening lids on bins to find things. Maybe it's in the trash. Maybe it's in a house. You gotta look real close. The game has a campaign where you play through 4 different eras: Greek mythology, 1001 Nights, Middle Ages, and Magical 80s. Woo! Each different era has 8 levels each, plus a bonus level if you can find the bonus item in all of the different levels. There's a little story for each era, and each level has a little blurb at the beginning, but honestly, I just skipped that because I wanted to find the things, so don't judge me. The music is nice. There's, nothing really much to say. You're listening to it right now, and as the backing, I can hush for a moment and let you listen. Wow, music. The animations are cute. You can click on an object or a creature and they'll do a little wiggle, and honestly, it's kind of a small game. Perhaps not really worth the asking price. I managed to beat it in about 5 hours, and that was me taking it very slow, being distracted while watching YouTube's videos while playing it. It's cute. I just don't think I'm really the target audience, honestly. Might really be aimed more towards children. Do children like hidden object games? But you can get a bit more bang for your buck with this game because it does have a architect mode where you can create your own levels and also download and play other levels that people have made, kind of like Mario Maker. Just unfortunately, the community size is a bit small, so there's not really much on offer in regards to levels that you can download. But hey, maybe you can buy the game and change that. Maybe you can make a bunch of awesome levels and I'll play them. Maybe. No guarantees. All in all, yeah, I liked it. Just not completely my cup of tea. I don't hate it. Let's just say that. Absolute rigging endorsement, I'm sure. Hidden Through Time 2, Myths and Magic is available on Steam for $16.50 Australian, published and developed by Rogueside, and I received this product for free.
I mean, let's be real here. The reason I got into the games is to get free games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the real reason we're all here. Just kidding.
I'm not. I'm a broke kid from Logan.
That was a lovely review, Caroline. Thank you very much. But
was.
I am absolutely fixated on the fact that you said magical 80s at the start.
Yeah.
And I'm so interested in what that means. Peter suggested off air that it might be a magical world going through its 80s.
Yeah, it's 80s period.
So, have they got, a Magic Wall Street?
Maybe, and a stock crash as well.
Yeah.
But it's literally just a cart called Stock Crashing.
Did people wake up before they go-goed?
They might, being magical, they might have wake up goed.
Fair enough.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on going
I think you
solo.
just broke my perception of time. When you say magical 80s to me, I'm thinking of cyberpunk, Shadowrun type situation, where it's the 80s, but it's like urban fantasy or something.
You could go down the route of like Kingdoms 2 Crowns with their more recent one with Kingdoms 80s, which is literally just 80s kids on bikes running through the Kingdoms world.
Oh, wow.
If you haven't seen it, it's a fantastic single player. They got rid of the co-op aspect like they did in 2 Crowns and things like that, but it's a single player story. Each level has its own element, and you recruit other kids, very, Stranger Things-esque, to your group as you go. You've got special powers.
I was trying to explain this to someone the other day. Back in the 80s, this is what we did. We got on BMX bikes.
Yep.
You met up with other kids that were also on BMX bikes who
Yep.
you didn't know, and then you just go around the neighborhood randomly and go to some random person's house for lunch.
Yeah.
The 80s. What a trip.
Yeah.
Back
No
when it
wonder
was
so
good to
many
be
kids
social.
got like abducted and stuff back then.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
When video games were invented to keep kids inside.
Oh,
and people
thank
just
God.
answered the door to traveling salesmen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scary stuff.
Imagine that traveling to sell something. Now you just do it all online.
Anyway, you're listening to Zed Games
Zed Games.
with Hazel, Cameron, and Peter.
Woo!
And we got something to talk about.
We do.
I recently attended a little board games event even,
Ooh.
called SpringCon down in Ipswich. You may
Ah,
have heard
yes.
about it on this show. And while I was there, I played a locally made board game called Trigahex. And it captivated me so much that I bought it on the spot from the creator.
Ooh.
And I have been playing it. I have been playing.
But what is Trigahex?
Yeah, what is it?
I had some people come over for a party, and a couple of them slept over in the morning after. I was just like, you're playing this board game with me. I don't care how hungover you are.
Sounds like a perfect time to get them into a very deep and complicated board game.
That's the thing. It's
Ooh.
super simple.
Ah.
So the premise is that you have a hand of cards.
Yep.
You have a deck of cards, and from them you've got a hand, and
Mhm.
they are just triangles with colors on them.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the middle is a triangle with your color. So you're either like red, green, or blue.
Yep.
You pick that at the start. And then around the edges are other colors. And they're like, there's tons of them.
Yep.
And you can only place one of your triangle cards down on the board next to one with a matching color on that edge.
Right.
Yep.
And if you're putting it in the middle of like 3 other triangles, you got to match all 3 edges.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. Following so far.
And
I'm not drunk.
the aim of the game is to make a hexagon out of your triangles.
Bestagons.
Hexagons are the bestagons, as
Hexagons
we know.
are the bestagons.
And like, it sounds so simple. You've got cards with colors on them.
Yep.
You're gonna put them down and make a hexagon. There's also some action cards which let you like mess with other people,
Okay.
like swap their cards out for your cards and stuff like that.
Now we got a game. Yep.
But like this, as soon as you start playing, you realize the strategy is so deep because like there's like psychology. You've got to have the right cards in your hand to be able to play them in the right place, and like it just gets so convoluted so quickly, and you don't want to like show your you don't want to like tip your hand and be like, oh yeah, I can win here, because somebody's just gonna block you, or they're gonna like trash one of your cards out. And it like the second I started playing, I lost the first game, by the way. Like this wasn't like I won
that
every
sounds
game that I played, and now I'm like, ooh, I'm the best. Melee destroyed me on our first game.
Melee does that with board games, I've found.
Yeah, Melee's really good at board games.
Yep.
But like I lost badly. There's photos of it, and
Just flipping tables.
and I was just like, I have to play more. I have to play another game. We played another game that day, and then we both bought copies.
Wow.
Like
That's
it's-
a ringing endorsement.
it sounds so simple, and it's so hard to explain why it's so captivating. If you are at any board game events and you see Trigahex there, try it. Seriously. I'm not telling you have to buy it or anything, just try it.
I'm telling you, you have to buy it.
Well,
Yeah.
it would be
Straight
cool.
up.
You'd be supporting a local game developer.
Yeah.
Always good. Thing.
I think
Always a
she's
good
from
thing.
the Gold Coast, and she's telling me she's actually not really into board games. She's never done anything like this, but she just like had the idea,
Yep.
and like is, I guess, a skilled enough business person to develop it completely and publish it herself. Like it's
Yeah.
self-published. It's not through some big distributor or something. She's got it in stock at like board game stores all over the country, and I'm fascinated by board game business.
Oh,
like, how do you go
absolutely.
from having an idea to getting that like on a shelf somewhere?
Well, as someone who used to work from, no,
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, it is complicated, but it can be very rewarding, especially once you start getting
Yeah.
those physical pieces and stuff
I was
out of
just-
the prototype
I was
phase.
really
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah.
How many players does it support?
That's the great thing. You can play in teams. So
Ooh.
with the rules as written in the book, you can go up to you can play 2, 3, 4, or 6 players.
Not
Okay.
5.
No, not 5.
Definitely not 5.
Because
The 5
you can
doesn't
have-
make a hexagon.
True.
Yeah.
So if you have 4 friends,
Yeah.
either
there's
lose
3
one.
colors.
You can have a 4-sided hexagon.
Right.
There's 3 colors, and you can have teams of like just yourself or 2 people.
Yep.
Which means, yeah, you can play 2, 3, 4, or 6.
Yep.
So if you only have 4 friends, I'm sorry,
Oh,
you're gonna have to either make a new friend or sacrifice one.
this table doesn't flip well enough. Just no.
Hazel is willing to come and be your friend.
Aww.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay.
Speaking of board game events where
Yes.
you might see cool board games, there is an event on this very weekend coming up.
Indeed. I am
Um,
excited.
Oh, good.
It's called Go
I'm
Play
excited.
2023.
Yep.
It's a 2-day tabletop RPG convention hosted at the Edge in South Brisbane, which is just near the big library and the museum.
Yep.
From 11th to 12th of November,
Mhm.
both days from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to be featuring over 27 different role-playing systems.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I can't
Yeah.
even think of 27 role-playing systems, and I have like terminal tabletop RPG brain.
Yep.
Um,
From what I understand, a lot of the spots for those RPG games have already been filled out because you did need to sign up for them, but there is a lot of pickup games and other things going to be happening as well.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, over 48 different games to play in those
Yeah.
27 different systems. A board game library that you can just like pick up and play.
Mhm.
And there's going to be local board game and tabletop designers in attendance.
Yep.
So
They are
Yeah.
fantastic. I know some of them.
and from the RSVPs, it looks like it's going to be the biggest one they've had yet. So
Yeah.
it's
That's awesome.
No,
sounds
look,
good.
it's
I
looking
am
to be an
unfortunately
absolutely-
busy this weekend, but if
I
I
will be
wasn't,
attending
I would be
on
there.
Saturday.
Everyone go there and you can see Peter in the flesh.
Oh, yay. You can see me from across the room because I will stand well and truly shoulders above everyone.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Yeah.
You got to stop being so tall, man.
I know. I'll just walk around on my knees. Just get some like little skates on there. I'll still be the same height as most people.
You're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
You're listening to Zed Games on 4ZZZ.
Oi, mate, you're listening to Zed Games at 4ZZZ.
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 Got a bit carried away.
You're listening to Zed Games with Hazel, Cam, and Peter.
That you are.
And there's a very silly announcement that we need to talk about.
It's not silly, this is very
And
serious.
I don't want to give this air because it's not a good practice. I don't like it.
No.
But
Can I announce it first?
Well,
Yeah,
can you
go ahead.
Okay.
We need to make
I
an
would like to announce that you can wishlist and pre-order this announcement of a teaser trailer for an announcement of another pre-order for the full pre-order of the wishlist item that is GTA 6.
Don't miss out, kids.
Yes.
I mean, I pre-ordered already.
I know.
Otherwise, they'll run out of copies.
I know. Of a digital game
Yeah.
that isn't out yet. That hasn't even been shown.
That they
That
haven't
all we know
stated.
is probably going to be called 6.
So
That might be some sort of grand
San
and
Andreas
theft
2.
and auto. Yes.
Rockstar has announced that they will be
Announcing.
They've announced that they will be dropping the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto game sometime in December, and I just like what level of hype building marketing are we on where you can announce that a trailer is coming sometime next month for a game that is like the sequel to a series that hasn't had a new game in how long has it been, like 10 years?
Over 10 years now.
And it's the worst kept secret in the entire industry that it's being worked on.
It's like It's probably one of the best-selling games of all time. How would there not be another one?
Take-Two's stock price went up 5% overnight.
Yeah.
Because of this. And it's like, how did you not think this was coming?
Yeah, why didn't you put it, 5% last month?
Yeah.
Or, 2 years ago.
It's like, I don't know. I think this might be just like market manipulation at this point.
Oh, it's totally. Yeah. Because, people love getting hyped. We love it. We're suckers for it because it's all about the new, the mystery, and at this phase, GTA 6 is perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't know what it is. It could be anything in our minds. Yeah. And in our minds, it's perfect. So we get excited for it.
GTA 6 is going to let me upload my consciousness into the game.
Oh, let's do some predictions for GTA 6.
Oh, okay. Science fiction fantasy thing.
Yeah.
GTA 6 will have a mode where your parents come and they say they're proud of you.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
I know. Just real power fantasy stuff there.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And this one, the adult ladies of the night beat you with baseball bats. And it's consensual.
Whoa.
I'm down for that.
Whoa.
It's all right. Now, this is like the second scene in the game or something. Who knows?
Yeah. I feel like it's got to go in like a Saints Row direction where...
The new one or the old one?
Saints Row 3 or 4, whichever one had aliens.
Yeah, so Saints Row 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how they can make another GTA that's just like the same stuff again.
Give me a new Crackdown, people.
I'm pretty sure they did have like aliens and cryptids in number 5, so...
Somewhat.
Sure.
There were drug trips and people in suits and other things like that. I mean, from all of the rumors and things that have been out over the past year or two with leaks and other things like that, there is some exciting elements that potentially could be in there. Actually having a female protagonist, and just like with GTA 5, switching between them. Apparently it's a couple, Bonnie and Clyde style.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's going to be multiple different cities as well. Not just one main city, but multiple cities.
Oh my god.
Apparently 5 times the size of GTA 5's map. 200 gig install. Like, some of the rumors are just crazy.
I can't bring myself to care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it run on the Switch?
I don't know.
Because otherwise I'm out.
It'll run on the Steam Deck 3.
Oh, fantastic.
No, it'll run on your smart fridge, and that's it. They're releasing exclusively on that.
Exclusive to my Samsung smart fridge that I don't own and will never own, because why would my fridge need to connect to the internet?
It runs within Skyrim.
Oh,
yes.
Brilliant.
Oh,
it's like the metaverse, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a mod for Skyrim.
Grand Theft Auto Skyrim.
The ultimate Skyrim
It runs in
pack.
Roblox.
Now, put it in Fortnite, and that'll probably cheer every 18-year-old,
That'll be great. Yeah.
Make
Do you have any
really happy.
real upcoming games that you guys are excited for?
Yes.
What is it?
Do tell.
So the only one that's on my list that is still due to come out at the end of 2023 is Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2.
Right.
Still due out, no release date yet, and it's the second last month of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, what are they going to do? Launch it on December 31st or something?
They'll just get one of those t-shirt cannons and start driving around the street launching it at people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a Space Marine.
And
you get a Space Marine.
Personally, it's already in early access, but I haven't played it. I'm pretty excited for Jumplight Odyssey. It looks really cool.
Sweet.
And that's another Australian dev, and we love supporting our Australian indie devs.
That we do.
Absolutely. Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario. Oh, yeah.
Do I get to rebuy games I already have for the Super Nintendo?
Yes. Is it just a remake?
Yeah.
Of the original? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the quality of life
original was
updates,
the original was really good, though.
Yeah. It's great fun.
The only other thing I've kind of got excited on my list that isn't even a full game release is the summer update for Dinkum. I'm surprisingly addicted to that game when there is new content.
I remember you showing me that a while back. Yeah.
Well,
we still need to start a server and, start an island.
There's something else upcoming right now that I'm pretty excited for, and that is Film Club coming up right after us in about 5 minutes' time. So
honestly don't know what films are out at the moment.
The Marvels comes out today.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what films are coming out because I do a game show, not a film show.
I know.
It's none of my business. I'll leave it to Gary.
Leave it to the experts.
But thank you all for listening to another episode of Zed Games.
Yay.
And we are going to have to say goodbye. So
Aww.
So
Good
long.
night.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Thanks
Until
for all
next
the fish.
week.
I have another prediction for GTA. You play as a fish.
Okay.
You play a Sonic.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at ZED Games AU.
See you next time.